Hi, this is Jim Banks, and welcome to another issue of questions, answers, and ideas, or whatever we turned it out to be. The title was moved 2 or 3 times, and don't do this at home. We are professionals. Here's a question that popped up when Pat was pursuing the Chats with Pat program. She had questioned a number of individuals and got about 200 responses. And one of them kind of caught my eye for a couple of reasons, but it's the question is, how do I stop having sexual dreams or get free of having sexual dreams? Well, there's a couple of answers to this, depending upon what those dreams are. First of all, dreams themselves can be from the Lord and they can be from the enemy. And that's one of the things that would be necessary in determining the true answer to this individual's question. Are they harassing in nature? Do they tend to be defiling in nature? Or are they from the Lord and you've misinterpreted them and ascribed defilement to them or some meaning that isn't appropriate? Certainly, the enemy can afflict us with dreams of a sexual nature. This is particularly the case for a number of women who have been assaulted, molested, or even raped in their earlier lives. And the enemy is using those as the basis for torment and torture. That, to me, is one of the definitions of trauma, and that I have dealt with a number of ladies. But those are really not so much dreams as they are visions in the night, if you will, created by the enemy as a means of torturing or torment or keeping an individual from resting as the Lord has ordained for us. The other element of it is in dreams, you have to look at sexual encounters or being naked around somebody in a different fashion. Dreams themselves are always emblematic of something else that the Lord is trying to get across to you. Nakedness in the context of a dream signifies vulnerability. There's other avenues of it, interpretations of it. If you are in bed with someone and both of you are naked, then this is not the Lord telling you that you should have sex with somebody. It's simply a case of you're in agreement with somebody. And that agreement is personal from the standpoint of a connection that you have with them, either via employment or you're involved in some activity together. And it signifies also a level of vulnerability between the two of you. So it's not something that the Lord is saying you need to have sex with somebody or you need to be warned that you're going to have sex with somebody or you're going to be tempted. That's not what it is at all. But the way to figure out which is which is, what does it imply to you, and is it from the Lord or is it from the enemy? If you study dream interpretation, in many cases you're going to find out that these are not tormenting dreams, but they are guideposts to help you with relationships and deal with what's going on between you and other people. My suggestion for anybody is Learn how to interpret dreams, and there are a number of organizations who can help you do that. Streams Ministry is one of them, has been doing it for decades. I trust their work and the manner in which they have helped people properly understand how to interpret a dream. There are many books on the market as well about dream interpretation, and many have come up with a dictionary of those kinds of things. But one of the things I would like for you to understand and appreciate about dream interpretation is that this, for the most part, is a language that the Lord wants to engage with you personally. So the language that you learn may use some of the definitions that others have created and documented, but there will be some variations for you because you are different. Everybody is different. And so as a consequence, the Lord recognizes that and honors it because that's the way He created us. So as a consequence, don't take every definition as being the gospel and will never change. For the Lord has the ability to give you a specific language with those things that gives you greater understanding and insight more rapidly than looking up all of the elements of a dream in a book, okay? It's interesting how the Lord has used me in that regard. Much of what I come to be able to interpret dreams through is through colloquialisms, such as being in bed with someone. That means a place of agreement, whether it's politically or in business or what have you, but it's that place of, it has absolutely nothing to do with sex. So I hope that gives you some information and to ponder, and even a direction for life, because we are all dreamers. The Lord uses that. He used it extensively in the New Testament, and He still does. It's one of His favorite ways of communication. I think for most of us, we are pretty hard-headed and stiff-necked, and He needs to get through to us when we are most open to being communicated with by Him, and that's through our dreams. Bless you, folks.